A particularly dangerous situation, a long-lived, extreme derecho event, but possibly another weather hazard such as an exceptional flash flood or fire. PDS watches are quite uncommon. Less than 3% of watches issued by the SPC from 1996 to 2005 were PDS watches, or an average of 24 each year. When a PDS watch is issued, there are often more PDS watches issued for the same weather system, even on the same day during major outbreaks. So the number of days per year that a PDS watch is issued is significantly lower. The short history of the origin of the option of issuing a tornado watch with the enhanced PDS wording occurred during the winter of 1981-82 when the severe local storms unit transitioned to a more flexible method of issuing weather products. Ed Ferguson, Deputy Director of the National Severe Storms Forecast Center, suggested to lead forecaster Jack Hales that the Guidance Center could provide an opportunity to give more resolution to the tornado watch product. Hales suggested the PDS option to identify areas where, a few times each year, conditions are most likely to aid in the development of large and intense tornadoes. The first PDS tornado watch was issued by Robert H. Johns for the April 2, 1982 tornado outbreak across the southern and central Great Plains. While historically applied only to severe thunderstorm, tornado and flash flood watches been issued during a high risk or an upper end moderate risk either of severe storms from the SPC's convective outlooks or of flash flooding from the Weather Prediction Center's excessive rainfall outlooks. On April 24, 2011, the National Weather Service Weather Forecast Office in Memphis, Tennessee, issued the first PDS flash flood watch to highlight the threat for widespread, significant and potentially life-threatening flash flooding due to repeated rounds of severe thunderstorms on December 19, 2017, and August 3, 2018. The National Weather Service Weather Forecast Office in Reno, Nevada, issued PDS red flag warnings to highlight the threat for potentially life-threatening fire danger due to strong gusty winds and low humidity. PDS flash flood watches are issued when there is a higher than normal risk of widespread, life-threatening flash flooding. These watches are issued by local NWS weather forecast officers, not the Storm Prediction Center. Below is the first PDS flash flood watch, which was issued by the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Memphis, Tennessee, on April 24, 2011. As mentioned above, PDS flash flood warnings are issued when there is a higher than normal risk of widespread, life-threatening flash flooding. Like PDS flash flood watches, they are issued by the local NWS weather forecast officers, rather than the Storm Prediction Center. Recently, they have been issued as PDS flash flood emergencies, most notably by the National Weather Service officers in Houston and Corpus Christi, Texas. This warning was issued in the morning of May 30, 2018, by the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Greenville-Spartanburg, South Carolina. While subtropical storm Alberto was affecting the area, it also contains the flash flood emergency phrase, which further underscores the risk of life-threatening flash flooding. PDS high wind warnings are issued by the National Weather Service when non-convective winds are expected to be especially damaging or dangerous to people and property, beyond what would be expected of a typical high wind warning. The warning below was issued by the National Weather Service in Salt Lake City, Utah, on September 8, 2020, for an extreme downslope wind event in Salt Lake City and the northern Wasatch Front. PDS red flag warnings are issued by the National Weather Service to inform the public that there is an unusually high threat of wildland fire combustion and rapid spread of wildfires due to very dry fuels, very low humidity levels, and strong winds. The PDS red flag warning below was issued by the National Weather Service in Reno, Nevada, on December 19, 2017. On August 3, 2018, the National Weather Service in Reno, Nevada, issued another PDS red flag warning to communicate the threat of life-threatening fire danger due to strong gusty winds and low humidity. PDS severe thunderstorm watches are issued when there is a higher than normal risk of severe thunderstorm winds capable of major structural damage. This PDS severe thunderstorm watch shown below was issued by the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, On July 19, 2019, for an extreme wind threat in northern Wisconsin, PDS special marine warnings are issued by the National Weather Service to inform mariners of weather conditions that present a considerable threat to life and property. On April 19, 2018, the Baltimore, Washington, D.C. Forecast Office upgraded a special marine warning to PDS status as a gust front approached Chesapeake Bay. PDS special weather statements are usually issued by the NWS for hazards that do not have a specific code.